What is up, guys? How are we all doing? Hope we're all doing well. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully the volume is okay for you all. If it's not, then let me know and I shall adjust it for you. But yeah, welcome back. Now, in today's stream, we're going to be taking a look at Tourist Bus Simulator for the PC. Now, I know that we've all been playing the console version. So I just wanted to jump in really and just to see how it's all, you know, whether the game's any different. And yeah, we'll just basically go from there really. I'm just going to adjust a few sounds a moment. Let's go to audio, and we'll turn the master volume down just a tiny bit, just to see if that makes much of a difference. Yeah, like I say, what's that? The volume for my voice or volume for the game? Okay. Just wants me to set this back up again. Oh, but it won't. Why won't it? Right. Assistant? It's very strange because I just set this up. It don't take 2 seconds either way, but amazing stuff. Amazing. My voice, yeah, not a problem, not a problem. Hopefully it's a bit better now. I will go through some of the settings. I do apologise for this, guys. Obviously it's new, but hopefully that's a little bit better for you. We just get a check on that. Like I say, I do apologise for this. You know, it is a first time playing this game on the PC, so a few settings are gonna have to be changed. But you know, it's all good. Ah, nice one, nice one. Okay, amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. There we are. Back on it. I mean, I've just come onto that route, so there we go. Just a little bit of a reset. But yeah, now that that's all out of the way, like I say, guys, I hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the stream. Obviously, we're testing out Tourist Bus Simulator now for the PC, just to see whether there's any sort of drastic changes. And straight away, instantly, there are a lot of different things, lots of different settings, and just in general, I can clearly see that straight away the game runs and looks much nicer in comparison. Just get that all up and running, make sure that's all good. But how's it looking for you guys anyway? I notice there's a little bit of stuttering here and there, but that will go away eventually. As soon as the game kind of warms up, it should get a little bit better. Might just have to play around with a few settings here and there, you know. Oops. Yeah, definitely going to have to play with a few settings. Well, Stevie, that's what we're about to find out, my friend. That's what we're about to find out. I mean, straight away the passengers look a lot better in terms of, you know, visually getting on and off the bus. You know, that's the first thing which I've noticed more than anything, if I'm completely honest. We'll have a look a moment. See if we can do anything to kind of minimize a few things. So shadow quality I will put down to high. I'll put that down to high as well. Oh, is there no in between? Okay. I'll put that down to high. Put that down to high as well. Right. They've all... Oh no, not yet. They're all still getting off. But if I could just do one more sound check. Is everything okay for you guys regarding the voice and the in-game sound as well? There we are. Yeah. Let's have a look a moment. I do apologise for this, guys. We'll go to graphics. We'll turn that down. We don't want that there. We'll accept that. How's it going, Sim Racer Man? Yeah, I'm not too bad, thank you. Not too bad. I'm just trying to get the game set up really, as best as I possibly can. That seems to have done it. There we go. But yeah, I mean, initially, straight away, um, this game is so much different um, in comparison to the console versions. Now, I knew there was going to be some changes, but I didn't expect there to be so many changes and so many options. We will go into the next room and we will click on the employee. Obviously, we've got to do the tutorial again. But hey, that shouldn't be too much of an issue. Right, so we'll go to job market and we'll just pick him. Yeah, that's fine. Brilliant. Yeah, I love how they say simply go to the. Oh no, that's not the right room. Obviously, the controls. I'm using just the simple keys and the little cursor pad there because I can't plug my mouse in. So, but I do apologise for that. Oh, nice one, Stevie. I don't think you can. I don't think you actually can. Um, I think it's just basically stuck at a particular setting. We'll go to the schedule board. So straight away, I mean, um, anybody that's played the console version, um, the main differences straight away that I've noticed, uh, not only are there more settings within inside the coaches, the buses, a lot more sort of key binding options, you know, rolling down the windows, rolling down the blinds for the windows, all that kind of stuff. Um, it's a little bit overwhelming if I'm honest, but right, how do I connect that? Or maybe it doesn't want me to yet. Okay. Blah blah blah. What's the right? Okay. So I want to assign him to that and to that. Amazing. You know, this is the only thing that's wrong. It's just skipping the times, skipping the days. You know, it can be quite frustrating. Whatever. Yes, Stevie. I would say that it's almost a little bit like phone bus in a way, but obviously it's tourist bus, so there's a few more things to do. Right, we will go over to said fleet management. Can't remember which one it is. I think that's just vehicles of the fleet management. There we go. Okay, so this is definitely like. Now I need to get an order for myself. So what have you come up with then, Sim Racer? There we go. But I mean, generally, we'll just see, like, straight away, visually, the game looks much nicer, but it's bound to. Um, Apart from that, I haven't really looked into too much of it. So, oh yeah, my bus. I didn't select my bus, did I? Yeah, but I need my bus back game. Okay, we'll go to the schedule a moment. Okay. I can't actually remember. See, this is crazy. Like I've gone through. I'm not entirely sure. I can't remember whether I needed to continue with that bus or get in this vehicle. No, I needed to get into that vehicle. So I'm not entirely sure actually as to where my vehicle has gone, and now it says that is currently unavailable. It's a bit strange. In theory, my bus should be here, but it's not. Schedule. Can I not edit that? No. So where the hell's my bus gone? It seems to have gone for a walk, and that's currently unavailable. Okay, what I'll do real quickly is just exit back to the main menu. Every time you finish a trip or shuttle, go back to the depot, save it and delete current order, then pick another ride, rinse and repeat. Yeah, see now, I did do that originally for the console version, but the problem that I had was that I had the routes constantly stuck to the buses as we saw last night. So that could potentially work if you didn't, make that mistake. There we go, my bus is back. Um, Obviously, if you make that mistake, then it just completely screws it up for you, like straight out of the gate. But another thing as well, which doesn't make an awful lot of sense to me, is the fact that in the PC version you have settings to be able to adjust the force feedback if you're using a wheel, which is absolutely crazy. Like, why isn't that a thing for consoles? Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't quite understand that, if I'm completely honest. So I've been able to get my settings dialed into the way that I like them, um, which should just be like, an option straight out of the gate. I've also noticed as well that when the passengers are boarding on the bus, they actually talk to you. They greet you as they enter, and you'll see. I say they were just a minute ago. There you go. It's a bit strange. Ah, damn, man. That's not good. Yeah, Stevie, you are right. You are right, and it would be nice. But the thing is, the difference between the PC and you know the console, it's got more memory, so it can cope with more assets on the map, and that's the problem which the console versions struggle with. So obviously, an option to be able to turn all that down would be really really nice, but yeah, they PCs they just tend to handle these sorts of games a little bit better than the consoles, which is, you know, it don't really make much sense with the new hardware. I understand, but I guess that's just the way it is. It's always been that way. But the real question, more than anything, is whether the game actually runs better, whether there's oh, that AI. You better stop. Yeah, I was going to say whether there's any significant changes, or whether the bugs just don't apply at all. You know, I mean, so far, the moment I loaded the game up, it definitely felt a lot better, and it definitely seems that it runs a lot smoother too. Obviously, later down the line, you know, I will be flicking around through some settings and seeing whether I can get this running as best as I can. This was just a quick jump on just to see if there is any sort of like drastic changes, you know. Yeah, it looks a lot better and it definitely feels a lot better. And I think that's just simply down to the controls, really. I think it's down to the options which you have. You know, you can definitely change things up for the better. Um, and I think that's where the console version really is sort of like limited. You know, being able to actually enhance the performance and be able to do your key bindings and everything like that. It just seems to look a little bit more stable. Yes, yes, Venom. It definitely seems that way. Definitely seems that way. Like, there are a lot of features in the PC version that don't exist in the console version. And when I say stuff like that, I mean as if like, you know, there there's no reason as to why uh, they can't be included in the console versions too. Stevie, to be completely honest with you, man, this game is not very good on with a controller, in my opinion. In my opinion, obviously, I've tried it with a controller, and to be honest with you, it's very twitchy. It is extremely twitchy, in fact. You know, now I took a gamble with this today, buying it for the PC, just so like I can kind of show you guys really relatively whether it's worth buying. Um, Now we all know the current state of it for the consoles. Right, what's going on here? There we go, bit of crashing. As you can see, the AI, they're still the same. There's nothing you can do about that, you know, apart from turn them down. But I spent a good 20 minutes trying to figure out how to turn the radio down, because I put the scroller down for the music like down to 0, and the music was still playing. So I had to find the control settings for the radio in the game. Oh dear, that was a bit of a headache. Oh damn, not paying attention now. Yes, yes, Sim Racer, you're right. It is extremely twitchy, extremely twitchy. Yep, yeah, yeah. You can get the key for it for PC for that price. Yeah, it's not a bad price really for what you get. But like I say, I mean there are so many different options, you know, and I'll show you guys those in a bit. But right now, I just want to complete this route and see whether I run into any sort of like the similar issues as what I had on console. But the winning factor for me, straight out of the gate, is the fact that I'm able to fiddle around with the force feedback settings, the damping settings, all that kind of stuff for my wheel. You know, that in itself is what I wanted for the console version. Yeah, that's it, Sim Racer. That's it. And there's been a lot of review. I've read into a lot of the reviews as well for this game, and it does say that it's able to run on sort of like a low to medium spec gaming PC. So you know, as to whether that's true or not is another story, obviously. But this is also another bus that I haven't actually driven, and it gave it to me through the PC version, which is, you know, a bit strange. I will go through all the menus and show you all um, the options that it gives you and the things that you can actually change. But I actually want to see. I think it's number. Yep, it's that one. I mean, they're still a bit fiddly getting on and off. Yes, yes. The force feedback for the G29 on consoles, it's a bit of a workout. But I will go into. So that's that. But what I'll do is I'll go into the settings for you guys, and I'll actually show you. Um, so straight away, look, completely different. It gives you different control schemes for different buses, as you can see. I'm currently in the comfort class, but you'll see there are tons of settings, different key bindings, stuff like that. You know, you can open and close the luggage doors, setting up the key bindings and everything. You know, the list really does go on. But I think, like I say before, you know, and we go back to like the graphical settings, and you'll see everything here like that. You know what I mean? Your contrast, your display, your motion blur, all that kind of stuff. So I might change that down to medium a minute. Texture quality. I'll accept that and see how that runs. Looks a tiny little bit better, doesn't it? Yeah, you can do that with the you can do that with this one as well, Sim Racer. Oh, they haven't all disembarked yet. I'm getting a bit ahead of myself. Yes, yes, Stevie, there is a lot of buttons to remember. To be honest with you, I mean, I just, for the sake of this video, I'm just keeping it to arcade, just so it does everything for me. But over time, I will configure all that and sort it all out. Amazing stuff. Level 2. Yeah, I'm not too sure. I mean, I bought this bus just because I've never used it before. I'm not entirely sure whether I like it or not, if I'm completely honest. But I'm sure as the routes go on, uh, we'll get a little bit more comfortable with it all. There we go. Enter the old office. Oh dear. Now I need to go to my schedule and assign a worker to that. I shall have a look for you in 2 seconds. Sim Racer. That's done. They're on there. Oh yeah. Go to the other computer. I mean, I don't understand how many. I don't understand why there's so many computers for so many different things, but we don't really do any of this anyway. Yeah, yeah, Stevie. There's definitely less pop-in, 100%. What do you mean? Is it auto? You mean is the bus automatic? Right. Well, I think. Do you know what? I think because it's always easier just to go for the most expensive stuff straight away. You'll make your money back either way, so it doesn't really matter. Just saves you having to do it later on. We'll go for 200. So I think all the buses are automatic. There's no way of manually changing up and down gears, I don't think. If there is, then it would probably be some form of like key binding or button bind, you know, that kind of stuff. but don't quote me on that. Alright, that's cool. I just can't wait to get this tutorial done and out of the way with so I can actually enjoy doing the routes more than anything. And this control scheme that I've got going on right now is definitely not easy to easy to do. Oh, I'll take the €1,000. Why not? Yeah, so we got all this bus repair stuff again. I don't really need to do that right now. But yeah, Steve, it is a bit of a shame. Okay. Do, 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 do. Here we go. Yeah. There we are. Finally got it all set up. Took its sweet ass time, but we got there in the end. But yeah, I mean, straight away, it definitely feels much better. And to be honest with you, I don't think it's very, very well optimized for consoles anyway. Which is a real shame. Yeah, Sim Racer. Yeah. But I mean, hopefully, if everything goes to plan, everything works perfectly, and I get no sort of technical issues, then obviously I'll be able to progress and enjoy this game for the foreseeable future until obviously the console version has received an update. So I can still enjoy the game, but I will be still obviously covering the console stuff as well. So don't worry too much about that one. Yeah, yeah, they do. In fact, they do. It's quite scary, actually. Like, you can definitely tell the difference because when they bring these sorts of games to consoles, they try and minimize anything which is going to basically take up, space. Visually, they're gonna lower the quality of the mirrors, and they're gonna do stuff like that to make the game run better. You know. Yeah, Stevie, you can. In fact, there are quite a few mods available for this already. Um, they're nothing like sort of like visual effects or, you know, improvements regarding that sort of stuff. It's mainly just liveries and paint jobs for existing buses. So it's better than nothing. Yes, on the road, for example. Yes. Where do you even start? Do you know, this is actually my least favorite part of the tutorial. go into this workshop where you can expand your garage halls. But like I say, I will be putting this to the absolute test. I will be buying as many buses as I can, as hiring as many employees as I can, and I will be doing the whole logistical side of things. I'll do a few tutorials as well for those that actually, you know, they don't know what they're doing or they don't quite understand how things work. But you can definitely tell straight away that this game was made for the PC. There's no denying that. Some of the elements within the PC version are extremely questionable as to why they don't exist in the console versions. Now, I've noticed a feature straight away. So you know when you accept an order, you accept the order and you can just assign the driver and the bus to the bus there and then. On the PC version, you've actually got to go to the schedule in order to do it. Which I find rather strange. But there is a setting as well. You get like a road effects, so you can actually feel the road rumble in your steering wheel. And obviously, it's an option to, you know, you can turn it down or turn it off completely if that's something that you want to do. But I am hoping that there aren't as many issues in the PC version as what there is in the console versions. Because it's a nice game, and if I can play it the way that it's intended, then I have no issue. Yeah, we know about all this. This is where it comes down to the whole fast traveling. So this is going to be interesting to see. Definitely interesting to see. Go, and we will fast travel to that location. Ah, yes, the accommodation. How fun. Another element to the game which I don't really think should exist. But you notice as well that when the coaches are parked, the luggage doors are open. Now that could just be me, but when I've had coaches like that on the console version, they're just closed. But no, this stream is just basically just a quick feel. To be honest, I will be back later on, um, streaming again with a bit more tourist bus. And yeah, just generally just progressing through there. I should have all my settings and everything worked out, so you know there shouldn't be any issues there. But you know, down to the nitty gritty question, really, is it better? Well, I don't think I need to answer that, do I? You can clearly see that it runs a lot better and looks a lot better on the PC. There's definitely more options available. Um, I haven't run into any technical issues as of yet, but I'm sure as time goes on, I'll be able to comment on that. But like I say, thank you all for coming in. Thank you all for joining, saying hello. You know, I really, really appreciate it. You know, it goes a long way. But hopefully, I mean, I know that. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Need to slow down. But yeah, I know that this is the last stage of the tutorial. Well, I mean, I wouldn't. I mean, I don't really buy into the whole master race, PC master race thing. I mean, the game was made for the PC originally, so I'm just struggling to figure out kind of what's gone wrong during the port. I know that obviously they have to exclude a few things, but I think what they've initially done is by taking away those elements, it's kind of caused a few fractures in in the version of the consoles that exists today. You know. Bus rally sim, yeah. I'm not really taking it too seriously at the moment. I literally just want to get this tutorial done out of the way as quickly as I can, because I know that we've all done it, and I've done it more times than I care to count. But what do you guys think anyway? What do you think about it? Is that really a I don't think that was there on the console version, but who knows? Who knows? Yeah, Phone Bus is a good game. I do have it. I just, you know, I wanna play this really. It is so dark in here. I don't think it should be that dark, but we need to turn on the lights. Yeah, so here's the skill point part. We know that. Obviously, assigning them gives you more fast travel options, which is okay. But there we are. There we are. So now we should, I say we should, be able to start driving. Oh, this is the only downside. I don't actually have a enough USB slots for the mouse at the moment. With the wheel and everything else. Right, I've gone way too far up. It's going to be hunt the office. Here we go. But more or less, it's nice to see. Now I do have this is what's always confused me with this game, right? So I have a driver assigned to a route. Yeah. Now that driver has my bus, right? Now obviously because he has my bus shouldn't be out in the lot technically, but it is. So it does get a bit confusing. But I'm gonna put it right through its paces right now, because I'm gonna click on the calendar and I'm gonna skip a week and see what it does. Ah, there we go. So, oh goodness me, we lost it anyway. We lost it anyway, but it doesn't matter because I can go back to the orders and I can continue on. So new orders. Let's have a look. We want a relatively decently priced route. In fact, oh, we got no shuttle services at the moment. That's okay. Let's do that one. Let's put me on it, and obviously I'll just have to save up and get a new bus for my other employee. I did spend quite a bit of money on this this bus here. In theory, I could sell it and get something smaller if I wanted to, but where's the fun in that? Yeah, Sim Racer. There's a lot of money like that laying around. Right. Oh crap! Yeah, I completely forgot. I'm so carried away that I forgot that I need to. No, I just clicked on the wrong bloody thing again. I need to go on that date. Right, now if I get off the bus and get on the bus, there's the route. Amazing. But I have a lot more hope when it comes to the PC version of it. So, fingers crossed it holds up. and I can drive some of these buses and obviously enjoy it. The uh, the force feedback at the moment is a tiny bit floaty for me, so I will have to change that up. But for the most part, it's manageable. And you definitely get more of a sense of speed on the PC version in comparison. I've noticed that on the PS5 and the Xbox versions, everything just seems to be a little bit more dialed back. Now, with the obviously with the hardware which the consoles currently have, I just don't understand. I think it's almost like a lazy sort of dumbed down approach to it. You know, they just thought, oh, you know, our full commitment is with the PC side of it, but we'll give the console players more of a dumbed down, simplified version, just so that it runs. You know, the basic bare minimum effort. You know, and I think that's appalling. Considering the price difference, you know, they charge 27.99 for this game on Steam. It's 24.99 on consoles. So for that extra couple of quid, you're getting almost, you know, a quarter of a game, which is really not good. But I'm not going to say too much on the matter because you know, it's early doors for me right now, and I haven't played enough of this PC version to be able to assess whether there are issues and bugs which reside in this one too. There probably is, but I don't think they're going to be as significant as what the console versions are anyway. Yeah, that's it. That's it, Sim Racer. They're very good at doing that. They're very good at ignoring the console players, and that is the biggest gripe of mine, more than anything. Now, I'm not afraid to say stuff regarding this company. I'm not afraid to say stuff regarding this game. The way that they have treated us console players regarding this game, and not just this game, but obviously on the road and stuff like that. You know, the way that we've been treated is absolutely disgusting. The lack of communication, everything like that, the bugs, it's just not acceptable. And how they're allowed to publish these games, you know, and bearing in mind there are licensed buses, you know, they're licensed branded buses, you know, and how they're allowed to just par us off. It's just it just baffles me every day. It really does. Oh, reading the chat. Well, I don't think it's to do with having a closer relationship. I just know that there's sort of like a few less hoops to jump through when it comes to the PC. Obviously, there's certain parameters and guidelines which they have to follow for the consoles. So this is why updates get released later for consoles, because they have to fight with the platform in order to be able to get them published. Whereas PC, they don't have to do that. It's a bit more relaxed. Well, that's the concerning part, Sim Racer. And the thing is, right, history is repeating itself because they did exactly the same thing when it came to On the Road. The moment that there was a almost like a catastrophic failure within the game, it falling apart for a lot of people. You know, I respect they've got lives and they've got families and things like that, but at the same time, they should have somewhat of a little bit of pride and an obligation to put these things right. If they're charging people absurd amounts for DLCs, absurd amounts for a game that just doesn't really work too well. And what doesn't do it any justice is the fact that their prices of everything are so extortionate that it just tells people the sort of general attitude of what we're dealing with. Now, I mean, some of these settings, right? The force feedback settings, yeah, for console. By all means, you could plug your wheel into your computer and adjust your settings that way. That's great. But what about those people that don't have access to a computer? That can't alter the software and change the settings on their wheels? You know, it's not very consumer friendly. Fabian is an absolute cheese pot, sim racer. Absolute cheese pot. The guy can lie out of his ass, honestly. I'd have more faith in a fake watch. Yeah, probably getting married, mate, with all the money that they've made off of all of us lot. Who's the bigger fool? Just what I'm saying is that their timings are extremely convenient for when things go wrong. Oh, your game's not working. Sorry, we can't take any emails or any complaints at the moment because we're all on holiday. Nice one. And when I was watching reviews for On the Road, yeah, when they were discussing that on their part German, part English videos, um, you know, there's far more information in the German side of it, obviously. When it came to the English portion, you know, we got a bit of a dumbed down sort of version of it. But you know, he'd always say in the next update, and you always knew what he was going to say before he said it. So predictable. Yeah, I understand. Like I say, they do have lives, they do have things to do. Granted, I get it. But at the same time, it's not like it's their first rodeo. It's not like it's the first game that they've ever published. It's not like it's the first game that's of theirs that is in a very similar state to what Taurus Bus is. You know, you would have at least thought they would have had some sort of like contingency plan. We're going on holiday. Let's make sure that the game is running somewhat better, so that those that have been waiting around for a long period of time aren't likely to throw their consoles out the window. I get it, but a lot of people won't agree with what I say, and that's absolutely fine. At the end of the day, we're all entitled to an opinion. You know, but when it's not the first time that this happens, you know, it gets a bit dry, doesn't it? You do get your purists, you know, the people that think there's absolutely nothing wrong with these games, and you know, it's the best thing on earth, and you know, if you complain about it, they jump on your back. Just part of the problem. It just makes the whole situation worse. But like I said before, I don't actually think I don't actually think that they did a bad job with the game. I think they did a bad job with uh, with the porting side of it. I think that's where they've gone wrong. It's that element of the game, you know, porting it over to console. They've just done it in such a messy manner that it's just left more problems than what it was probably worth. Yeah, man. Like I say, sim racer. Like I try and like I will sit there and I will try and go through it as many times as I can. I'll even go to the lengths of trying to break the game just to find a workaround for these smaller technical issues. Now, what I mentioned before, it definitely does work. It definitely does work. You've just got to make sure that you don't put too much stress on the game. And that's it. The moment you start faffing around with different things and removing drivers and stuff like that, you know, you're just going to get issues. Now, the biggest issue for me for console is the routes not updating. Even when you're not on a route, you know, you get into the bus, it thinks that you're driving. It's just not good, is it? I mean, we can go over it all day, really, but the truth of the matter is that whilst we're all arguing amongst ourselves on the things that are or aren't wrong, and the conflict that comes between people that absolutely love it and people that don't, you know, the people that create these games and have got your money are sat on a beach somewhere laughing at you, you know? I don't know. It's definitely not right, is it? Definitely not right. Right, I'm going to try and fuel this thing. I'm a bit worried because it's quite a bit of a tight angle, isn't it? Well, I knew that was going to happen. Right, what button is it? Okay. 6 hours ain't too bad, man. Oh, it's happened to all of us, Sim Racer. Don't worry, man. Like I say, it's such a fiddly like entrance, isn't it? You know, getting in and out with these bigger coaches and stuff. That's what I say. They've definitely not tested it properly, have they? But I think what I'll end up doing for the sake of money for this um, is I'll probably end up selling this bus and buying a few cheaper ones just so that I can rack up a bit of money, so I can then start buying some of these nicer buses. Because I'm not doing any of the shuttle services right now. Yeah, Stevie. The cost of petrol's ridiculous. Much cheaper to sim it. Cool. Yeah, some of these bigger coaches, they're definitely guzzlers, aren't they? Thirsty work. Yeah, Venom. This is what I'm gonna do. Like I say, um, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna take like this first playthrough so seriously. You know, I'll make money. I'll play it as I would normally, and I'll just go absolutely crazy with it. I'll buy as many buses as I can. You know, as many employees as I can. I'll just do it the way that I was doing it originally, and we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, Stevie, I'll put some little pom-poms as well, you know, like the little things you put on the end of your handlebars, you know, when you were a kid. Yeah, I'll do that. Guten Tag. Whew. Well, if you're not earning much money through your routes, you know, it's definitely a bit of a kick to the teeth, isn't it? You know, say for instance your route's like 1,200 euros, you know, and it costs you 800 euros to fill it up. Yeah, because that's justifiable, isn't it? I'm sure there's some guy on the island that's selling a bit of red diesel, you know. Get it on the sly. The thing is, in the real world, if you're a bus driver, you get a fuel card anyway. The company pays for it. Obviously, you're the company owner, so I understand why you have to pay for it. But you should at least get some form of discount. You know, considering when you play, you're the only bus on the map at the time, you know. Oh, that's a nasty. Ooh, look at that. Protruding. I have to keep an eye out for that. Ah, that would explain it then, Sim Racer. Yeah, yeah. That's a nice boulder. We put that rock there. That's TML's way of getting back at me for all the bad things I've said. But all in all, so far, it's not been too bad. Do you know what, Sim Racer? I was actually thinking that, literally, right then. Yeah, there are obvious differences, you know. It's an odd place to park a van, literally right into the wall. Do you know, I do want to like start looking left and right, don't get me wrong. But it's such a faff, especially without having the head tracking. But so far for me, the biggest selling points is the fact that you've got key bindings with more options, and you've also got more options when it comes to changing the settings for your steering wheel. The game obviously runs a lot better than what it does for the console. I haven't run into the early bugs which I used to run into for the console version. You know, overall, it's just it's a much nicer experience through the PC, and you know that's just the way that it was designed. You know, we're just getting a dumbed down version for the consoles, I'm afraid. Yeah, yeah, I do. I do from time to time, sim racer. Might start using it instead of the mouse, you know, just for the sake of looking left and right and all that stuff, navigating the map. But essentially, just like what Stevie said, this is Fernbus. If you've ever played Fernbus for the PC, it runs exactly like that. Just you're on, you know, we're on an island this time. Also noticed as well that the AI headlights as well, they're actually projecting onto the ground. What the hell is going on here? Really? Well, that's not a smart thing to do, is it? Leaving your bin lid open like that. Yeah, it will definitely be easier, Sim Racer, I would imagine, yeah. Yeah, no worries, Stevie. No worries. I will be back. I will be back a little bit later on. But thank you for joining the stream anyway. It's massively appreciated. Right. Let's go off to the final stop, I suppose. But yeah, like I say, if you're new here, so don't forget to like and subscribe. Turn that bell notification on. I'll be streaming all different kinds of simulation games, really. But so far, I've just been focusing on the busing side of things for now. I will be back a little bit later on, so you know if that's something that you want to watch, a little bit more tourist bus, then obviously stay tuned for that. See if we can break it. Yeah, no worries, Sim Racer. You let me know how it goes, man. But 100% is much more pleasant to play on the PC compared to the consoles. I'm not gonna deny that. So if any of yous that are you know have been contemplating buying it for the PC and currently own it for the console, and you're not too sure whether you should buy it for the PC or not, I can guarantee you that it's a far better experience um, than what you're used to. but I can literally feel the how rough the ground is through my steering wheel. I'm getting a little shake. It's very rough terrain. It almost feels like it needs to be resurfaced. But again, that's all adjustable. Well, that's a bit strange. It's a bit strange, Sim Racer. Yeah, yeah, Venom. I mean, you know, two very good games there. All stops have been approached. Absolutely fantastic. But yeah, guys, I think I'm going to wrap up the stream for today for Tourist Bus. Like I say, I will be back a little bit later on. Thank you all so much for joining me. You know, it's massively appreciated. If you did like it, please leave us a like and subscribe. It's massively appreciated. But until next time, guys, like I say, take it easy, stay safe, and I shall catch you all in the next one.